So, Kalashnikov butchered his chances for the Arkle. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Leave down in the comments down below, see what you think. On the other side, over in Ireland, Navan yesterday, Tiger Owl, boom, shh, come on there, Tiger. Right, let's get into this week's video. We are currently just over 3 weeks away from the Cheltenham Festival. Yeah, look, didn't have a video up for this for a week now, I think it was. Yeah, just the weekend I had stuff to do, and just, yeah, let's get into the video. A quick recap on the weekend just gone by. The weekend, we'll say, from like Friday or whatever. We're going to look at the Betfair Denman Chase. Clandis-Obo, fuck me, that was good. That was good. Terrafort, I know he didn't beat too much, but he done it very well. Very well. Very impressed with him. Then we go on to the Betfair Hurdle. Very good performance by Al Dancer. Currently, I think he's top for the Supreme in the betting. The Supreme is very, very hard. Very tricky this year. Like, you have Classical Dream, Factory Dudery, and Al Dancer. That's 3. That's just off the top of my head. That's after popping into my head there. 3 very, very, very strong chances of winning it. For the Ascot Chase, Surname, Jesus, that was good as well. That was very good from Clandis-Obo and Surname. Very, very good performances. Waiting Patiently was a bit disappointed with now. He didn't run well. But he still finished second. You know, and chance of Ryanair kind of took a knock there over the weekend. And Surname he's very close for Ryanair now. Has to be considered very strongly for Ryanair. Fox Norton travelled well, just didn't really see it out, and I don't think it was good enough to win it. And I thought Political Oak was very poor from Political Oak. We say from Christmas, he would have been my selection as in each way for the Ryanair. But look, chances are they're fucked now, really. We'll go on to then Goran Park, who did the 2 races, the Grade 3. Daraso won very well, very comfortably. Over the 2 mile on the yielding ground, would he have a chance at Supreme? I don't know if his form is good enough for a Supreme, but if he went there, maybe he wouldn't be too far off the pace, you know. But yeah, it's such a competitive Supreme this year. And then you have the Red Mills Chase. Look, do you ever get that horse where you're against him, Like, I was against Monolith. Monolith is my horse. I was against him with Present Percy. I was delighted Present Percy beat him in Cheltenham. Then I actually went with him in Cheltenham, or in Punchestown. I was very, very confident he'd win, and the next thing he fucking fell. That just completely took me off him, and then I've been against him since that. And then fair enough, he went out. Carol de Vic didn't run a good race, but Monolith is very impressive. Would I have him for a Ryanair? Ugh. I mean, it's going to be a competitive Ryanair. Again, I wouldn't. I think he's about 5 to 1. I wouldn't really be taking him at 5 to 1 because he has to beat Min. You have Surname. Yeah, you have plenty of other opposition. Like, he could even have Footpad in that race. Yeah, and just move on. Fuck that. Then to win Canton. Look, sorry, Al. I know it may be a prep run for the Champion Chase and all, but I was a bit disappointed that he was beaten. Bit disappointed now. And also Janwert pulled up. Like, I couldn't really have had Janwert at the price he was first time out. And it's Janwert's he's not a solid horse. You can't really trust him. Yeah, look, unlucky if you fucking got stung by that. Yeah, look, moving on then to Sunday. There's only one place to go on Sunday. Only one place to start, and that's Tiger Roll. Hopefully you've been watching the video. I think it was in the first video, it's fucking over 1,000 views. Hopefully he's realised that I'm a fucking genius. Yeah, I'm only messing. Yeah, look, I was looking at the race. Top Backer Song was going to go very, very close to winning that. But yeah, he didn't really find anything. And turning into the back, when they're out the back, kind of coming into the straight, I was like, Tiger Roll's going to win this race. And he was just cruising away. Yeah, the horse that I would take out with that is Off You Go. I know he is favourite for whatever the fuck he's entered in for the handicaps. But yeah, he was like, if you take away Tiger Roll, who wouldn't have wouldn't have been. He's not going to be going for a handicap. He's going for the cross country. Well, he wanted to go for the cross country. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, so Off You Go is very, very well. It's a very good horse. Last year, I was taken back by him when he won a Leopardstown. I was very, very impressed with him. And then I thought he'd go to Cheltenham, but he didn't. Yeah, maybe this year is his year. And again, yeah, look, that's it. I think maybe for a handicap, but again, you'd want to wait for a handicap unless you know where a horse is going. It's very, very tricky. And then again, for this the 3 mile chase, I couldn't. Champagne Classic, maybe a Crystal Dream if to go for the 4 miler, but I wouldn't. For an RSA, definitely not. Yeah, for the 4 miler, it's OK Carol, Ballyward, Champagne Classic. If out of them three, I would tend to go OK Carol, but you never know what Ballyward is going to go. Yeah, you never know. It's a very tough one. Right, let's get on to this right. Also, we have a little discussion here. Right, so most of you know, Presenting Percy was meant to run in the against Monolith. I didn't. Apparently he's okay. He's fit and all, and they're going to go for the race in Fairy House coming up. Personally, the main target is the Gold Cup. So it doesn't really bother me unless there's something wrong with him, then it bothers me. I know the trainer doesn't want to talk to the media and all. That's his choice. You can't really object to it. There's no rule against it. Yeah, for me, if he's well and good, sure, fuck it. Pop him into Cheltenham, and that's the main goal for him. Yeah, so I've no problem with that. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think that every trainer and the jockeys need to be talking to the media? That they have to give their opinions on why they're not running a horse this way and why he's dropped in behind, and especially for a start of a race, like if you backed a horse and you don't know, like you're not into racing, you don't realise that this horse is going to be a pacemaker and he's just going to fuck off out in front and he's going to ruin his chances. Do you think that the trainer should tell the public before the race, like they should have interviews with each trainer and tell them how their horse is going to run, how they expect them to run, where they expect them to be, and his actual chance, like how they feel he is prepared? Because like again yesterday, Tiger Roll was 75% fit. Like if that horse is 75% fit and he's 100% fit at Cheltenham, like fuck me, evens is fucking still value. Yeah, just leave down below. What do you think? Personally, look, either you know the game or you don't. It would be good if you were like, for obviously I know what I'm on about, but for the general public, the majority of them don't know. And if like I've often been at the races and hearing lads or girls going around, oh, I put €1 on this lad at 100 to 1. What if he actually does win? You know, yeah. Just what do you think? Right. Enough shite talk anyway. Let's get on to I have two. I'll keep trying to get 2 selections anyway. This week we've kind of edited in, and we've kind of used up a lot of my main selections. Yeah, just going recapping. If you like this video, if you want to see the other ones, make sure you check out the other ones, because sure, there's no point in you watching one video and not fucking following, you know? You're just missing out on them fucking, yeah, look, subscribe and like as well. Whatever, don't mind about the liking for a sec. Subscribing is and keeping up to date with the videos. I'm going to put more out. Hopefully it's going to be today, and I'm going to have the fucking day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I'm going to have each way selections and alternative races, as in for the non-runner no bet. For most firms you're getting, the top firms you're getting non-runner no bet. Other horses that have one target in hand, but they could also switch to another one, just to be aware of, because you know there's been evidence in the past of this happening, you know. Yeah, look, we're gonna start off the RSA, right? Just give it a second if I whack up this RSA betting anyway. Yeah, it's a competitive RSA this year. It is a competitive RSA. Look, I'm gonna just go through the top few anyway, right? Santini beaten in the Albert Bartlett. Should he be favourite? Should he be favourite? No, he shouldn't be favourite. Yeah, I think it's just the people expect him to be better than what he's proven, and they're expecting a bigger run. Yeah, beaten in the Albert Bartlett. Obviously, like, he was close to winning the Albert Bartlett, but he was beaten. Look, 3 mile, good to soft, around Kenton, he was beaten to Lebagawa. I know Lebagawa is not going to, more likely she's not going to go to Cheltenham, and he did finish 3rd, right? So now, you know, you have your doubts, right? You have your doubts. He's been beaten twice, but over fences as well. Delta Work for me is the selection. Delta Work is the selection for this. At 7-2, non-runner bet. You could probably get 4-1, 9-2 if you look around with firms that are not doing non-runner bet, but you are taking the risk of him actually showing up. But he more likely will show up. Yeah, I seen him in Leopardstown, very, very solid. I seen him in Fairyhouse. He beat Larichburg over 2.5, I think it was, which is too short for him. I know it's probably Larichburg's maximum trip. He did make a mistake at the last, and he still got on to beat him. Yeah, and Larichburg, you know, is favourite for the Arkle. So yeah, and then you have top of the game. This lad, he's a little cunt now. This lad, you go for the JLT or you go for the here. I think they're more likely going for the RSA, and fair enough. If they think he's a 3 miler, throw him into this, because you have Santini and Delta Work and make a very, very competitive race. But yeah, for me, on the form the way it is, Delta Work at 7-2 is the selection. Like, you have OK Carroll going to go for the 4 mile more likely. Chris's Dream, I couldn't really have him after yesterday. He was very, looked very slow race and all. On the blind side, you don't know where he's going to go. And Vindication Champagne Classic again was very close to Chris's Dream. Discorama didn't run in the race, so you don't know. Would he have beaten Ballyward in Ace? I don't really know. Even at that, I don't think it's good enough form to be winning this. And then after that, like, it's, yeah, you're not really looking at anything. So the first one for this week is Delta Work for the RSA. Then I don't know, like, I'm not gonna touch the Supreme. I can't really touch the Supreme. I'm more than likely just gonna watch the Supreme, because the Supreme looks a fucking serious little competitive race. I've had a little look. Come back to you now. I was going to do the Gold Cup, but again, it's very competitive, and I don't feel that there's value in it at this particular time. You'd want to be waiting till see what comes up, but then the prices will contract even more. So yeah, for the Gold Cup, for me, I wouldn't be too interested. We're going to go for the Trying Turtle. I know it's not. There's no real point in it, but Sir Eric will win the Trying Turtle, more than likely. You know, very confident in him. I've been on him since 9-1. I've just had a little, like, in trebles and doubles and accumulators and all, you know, he's been in him. Yeah, Fakir Dudery was a very, very fucking, he's a very worry second favourite. He won't, more than likely, he's going for the Supreme, which makes the Supreme a serious race. Then you're looking at, like you have Gardens of Babylon, who's about 4th or 5th in the betting. And the Gardens of Babylon is nowhere near Sir Eric. Tiger Tap as well. Like, the Irish, there's only one left, and the English haven't really thrown out anything either. Yeah, so for me, 11-8, it's a bit short. I understand you'd want to be doubling them up maybe with Altior, Benny Dijon, Tiger Roll, like, get the trebles, the accumulators going. Yeah, but look, second selection for this week is Sir Eric for the Trying Turtle. I am sorry, it is very short and all, but in terms of a value, I think there is still a small bit of value in him. 11-8, I wouldn't be taking 5-4 or 11-10. I wouldn't really be going to. I'd tell you to get on now, because come Cheltenham, just over your 3 weeks, I feel you could be looking at it evens or money on shot compared, obviously, with what shows up, and there's nothing that's gone out of form so far that's going to prove a challenge to him. I mean, he was with Tiger Tap in Leopardstown. The first one in their maiden hurdle, they were neck and neck, and then sure, look, just fucking go back to his last run over Dublin Racing Festival. He just fucking flew home. Yeah, look, that's it for this week. Leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think of my selections. Look back on the other videos as well. Yeah, and just that's really it for this week. Like, subscribe. Follow the Twitter. I worked out Twitter. Yeah, look, the name, I don't really give a fuck. It's called Punters Palace. Don't really care. It's just I just thought the name, it looked with the P and the P, looked okay. Yeah, as in terms of, I do other sports as well. I make a few videos. I'll make a few videos on like the Six Nations and stuff like that. But I put my strong selections on Twitter. Just as in, if you're looking for a bit of money for Cheltenham, obviously you may get them wrong, but it very, very rarely will these selections be wrong. These are very, I'd be very confident in these selections to put them up on Twitter. Like, yeah, just if you just want a bit of money for Cheltenham, like to build a bank up, and then sure let it fly over Cheltenham week, you know. Yeah, look, that's the video anyway. We'll see you next week, and hopefully Lorena pops out in Punchestown. Hopefully I get out to see it. If not, I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it on my phone, or if you're down the bookies watching it. Hopefully she just bangs out, and I know it's 2.5 miles, but look, that's just the way it is. That's the way she's being trained, and we'll see you next week.